Hi, this is Anonymous for Anonymous, and in explanation of that, the YouTube channel called Unexplained Mysteries, I believe that they have a correct take on the organization called Anonymous. The synopsis of their take is that anyone can be a member, so whether officially or unofficially, I am. I don't claim responsibility for hacks or for heinous acts on any member part of Anonymous. At best, I consider myself a white hat hacker, and I think there's no prohibition about that type of person being a member of Anonymous. So all that being said, I'm a member, so you should listen to me. I just posted a video on Bright Eon for us because we can be instrumental in the transformation on this planet, what some people call the singularity. Positive transformation, enduring positive transformation. I'm not going to, there's at least a couple reasons why I don't want to post this video on Bright Eon, where I posted the request for, or the, yeah, my request, well, part of the reason is I can't control the keywords. Maybe in full screen mode, I can, I haven't checked. Full screen mode, desktop mode on the YouTube site is possible, but I haven't recently looked into that, so I'm not too concerned about that. You'll find this if you care, and I'm sure you do. I'm not going to rush through this like I did the Bright Eon video. I'm going to take my time and explain my motivations for requesting collaboration on this project. I'm fairly certain that most, if not all of us in Anonymous want authentic world democracy. Not just want it, need it. And this Corona BS that's going on, and I wish I could swear up and down the way that Blonde in the Belly of the Beast did. Rachel? No. What's her name? Hold on a second. I'm referencing Rebecca? I don't know. Anyways, Rachel, Rebecca, whatever her name is, Blonde in the Belly of the Beast. She and her guest that were live streaming, were swearing and swearing and swearing, and I was like, wow, they get away with this. I can't. I can't. They can. About her guest, and I forget his name, it's irrelevant at this point. But if you know what the video I'm talking about, he talks about bums so condescendingly, and drug addicts so condescendingly and so nastily. Right away, I felt like he was being duplicitous. You know, I think he stands for a lot of the things that we stand for: free speech, autonomy, self-determination. But his negativity and his condemnation of people, I think he's living in the burbs of New York City, I think, and he wants to move to either Eastern Tennessee and blah, 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 blah. Who cares? I gave him a suggestion, Cary, North Carolina, in one of the comments, and they actually posted it. There's this piece of software that belongs to YouTube and Google that is the comment editor and or deleter. And I have a lot of experience with that piece of software, finding out its limits and what its criteria for deletion are. A lot of experience. Thankfully, my note to Lauren on her video that I think she just posted today, complaining about, the hoops that she has to jump through just for her daily life. That inspired me to make a comment about World Democracy and a World Democracy app. And we are the perfect organization to develop that app, implement it, and control the server and make sure it's secure. We have the resources, we have the expertise, and I think most importantly, we have the will, the positive goodwill to implement this thing properly. And what I'm referring to is what I mentioned in the brief, the very extremely brief video on Bright Eon about that we need to create and absolutely have absolute authority and control over the server. A World Democracy app that, we're way past the due time, okay? Way past the due time. And I think maybe Corona has something to do with it. You think? But, which is funny and ironic in most situations, that it would be that thing that spurs the grassroots development of global democracy. It would be the thing that is trying to quench and permanently stifle anything that could ever come close to world democracy. This fabricated scenario of global corona lockdown, fabricated to control us. The so-called plebia. I've been watching this thing from the beginning. And whether or not my ex claims it was bioengineered, who cares? It's the implementation that matters. And they implemented it to have global lockdown and to see how far they could take it. Pure and simple. When I say they, of course you know who I'm talking about. The power mongers of the planet. And they specifically do not want grassroots world or global democracy, because that's their end. That's their end. So this is one desperate last attempt of the powers that be to grab and keep a stranglehold over power over the rest of us. And I've seen it from the beginning. And I've lived long enough to know what it is for what it is. It is for what it is. I might be a lot older than many of you in our organization. I'm late 50s, bordering on 60, right? Grew up in Dunham Lake. You can look it all up. I can tell you here, but it's not. This is about explaining why I requested us to get that thing viral. Not only that, and more importantly, actually create the app and the server, associated server or servers, as secure as we can make them. So not even the NSA can hack in or infiltrate. And all we do is we create the venue and we let it spread like wildfire. And it will replace them eventually, God willing. You know, it's just a test. I'm not talking about this situation as a test. I'm saying the World Democracy app and the associated server and or servers, it's just a, what do you call it? World Democracy 1.0. And the actual implementation, God willing, that won't have anything to do with the old power structure. Anything to do with the old power structure will be an actual, you know, what do you call it, approved by us. I mean, when I say us, I mean everybody on the planet. And they have nothing to do with the old power structure. That World Democracy 2.0 can't happen unless we do 1.0 with the app and the servers, which is like a, you know, it's like a quote unquote sandbox or whatever. I hate that expression. But we can't get to 2.0, World Democracy 2.0, the actual authentic implementation of world democracy, without World Democracy 1.0, which is our effort in Anonymous. And we're the perfect organization to do it. Perfect, because we have the skills, the resources, and as I said, most importantly, the positive will to do it properly. Why don't I post this on Brighteon? I don't think it's the appropriate venue. I think it's not about spreading my bets. It's just that I think because this channel has been around for a little while, and I've created and deleted segments, and I just use it mostly for friends. It's perfect for you guys. Perfect to be able to speak with you guys. I don't expect this video to go viral. I don't necessarily want it to go viral. Only amongst ourselves. Only amongst Anonymous. Now I know posting it under my name doesn't really make me anonymous, but I mean it's the opposite of anonymous. But somebody's got to come forward and say what I said. So I'm not wearing a mask. And but I do, you know, with the stipulations I specified before, I do associate myself with us, our group, Anonymous, because I feel intuitively in my heart that we're doing the right thing. When we call Elon Musk out on his shit, his BS, we're doing the right thing. When we call anybody out on their shit, we're doing the right thing. But there's a lot more to our organization, as far as I know, than just criticism of the powers that be. We have to provide an alternative. And that's where World Democracy 1.0 comes in. QED.